played a fucking organ. But let's not worry about it. This is for our organists when they do come. We've got, you know, this trio or quad. We've got loads of organists everywhere. But anyway, that's
outstanding organs.
Outstanding organs. And this is now a rig rundown. Oh, I nearly stepped on the bass pedal there. This is the Hammond M100, and tonight we've moved it across because with all the photo shoot and everything, we decided to move things around a bit.
Make some space.
Yeah, make some space. So we moved it across. So, but that's it. It works on. It's not got the Leslie on tonight. There's a Leslie rotating speaker in the corner, which over the next few weeks we'll show
You don't get to see that bit usually on the live stream.
No,
do
you
you?
don't. No.
Yeah, there's Max. Max Marley.
Yeah, Max.
He's been with me now for 25 years.
Basses and stuff.
Oldham Road in Manchester. There you go. Anyway,
Indeed.
Carry on.
Right, so let's do a rig rundown because we've looked at the Hammond even though we didn't use it tonight. So, what do we have? Well, the first thing is the pedal board. Now, the last time I did one of these, it was a little different than this. But what I'm going to do tonight is that I'm just going to show you a little bit more about it and also just talk about the guitars and this interesting piece of kit that we've just acquired. So, let's look at the pedal board first. Lely volume pedal, full tone, Clyde wah, which is a really, I think it's the best wah. It's called Clyde, I think I said last time, because it was named after Clyde, who actually invented the wah originally. With wahs, it's all about the inductors. There's like a little coil inside, like an inductor that makes the difference in terms of that's what gives it the whack, whack, whack sort of sound. It's like a filter. This is really interesting, the plus pedal. And what I might do is that, because you can't really hear it, as I'll show you in a minute, I've got my amp or a speaker cab in a box over there, so you can't really hear what's going on. But I might just do a little demonstration of it. It's like a sampler, but it's a really cool thing. You can press it down, it holds the note, so you can play over the top of it. I used it last week. Yeah, so 3 to 1. So what I can do here with this box is select between the guitars, either acoustic or electric, because I have my electric and acoustic rig going through this now, which is really cool. So acoustic guitars going to 2, electric's going to 1. Tuner, Sonic Research, it's the best on the market, I think. It's a Strobe tuner. The Supertone Fuzz, which you heard tonight. David Cartwright's Moon Phaser.
I love that.
And I used that last week. Yeah, that's really cool. Tube Driver, which I use all the time, which is exceptionally cool. BK Butler. Super Trem, I was using that tonight, which is, I don't have any trem in this amp, I'm going to come to that in a minute. I didn't use this, which is the Cali 76, it's a compressor. I was using this all the time, the Eventide H9, which is for the acoustic, and I have the acoustic basically reaching directly into that, and that's all the reverbs on the acoustic. Zen Drive, that's an amazing Robin Ford type, Dumble type sound thing. The Nobles ODR1, which is a fantastic overdrive, which nobody knows about. They're only about 80 quid. They're great, but nobody seems to use them. And the G2, which is a switching system to switch all these in and out. In one of the loops as well, we have the Echoplex.
Yeah.
Right, so, but tonight I just want to talk about the amp. Supertone Matte amp. 120 watts, but it's been tamed down to 60 due to the fact it was so fiendish loud, even for me, on stage. Too loud. And for the live streams, what we were looking at doing, because there's no master volume on these, and therefore you've got to turn it up so it sounds right. And at that volume, as you can see there where it's on, that would be absolutely deafening in this room, even though it's only down to 60 watts.
They're for sale, aren't they, on the website?
They are indeed, yeah, they're our amps. We sort of had a hand in designing the preamp, or revoicing the preamp. It's very similar to a Peter Green, Andy Powell Matt amp from the late 60s, early 70s. Andy Powell being from Wishbone Ash, Peter Green, of course, Fleetwood Mac, the man. And he used one of these. And also what he used is one of these, which is a Matt amp valve reverb unit. And because these don't have any, the amps don't have any reverb in, this is a reverb unit, which is just basically a reverb. And I use it on recording as well. I use it for live. If you listen to Lay It Out on Me, this was used on the guitar on Lay It Out On Me, and that's a spring reverb sound you can hear on that. No digital for us, because digital sounds like a pile of shit. We don't do digital. You know, compressors and all that. And I'll talk to you later on about compressors. In fact, come on, we'll have a bit more extensive look.
Hello.
The console, the console is it's basically just a lot of tone controls and a lot of volumes. That's what it is. But to do any processing of the signals, we have all this outboard. People now do it what is known in the box. Pro Tools and a lot of digital audio workstations have these things called plugins, and they emulate these wonderful analog devices. But what are emulations? Emulations don't sound like the real thing. And everybody, they come to me, oh yeah, the 1176 plug-in and this, that and the other, and it, you know, it really sounds the same. No, because I've got ears. I listen to it. And these people have never heard a real one. We've got original ones, right? This is an original 80s 1176 by Uri. These are copies, extremely good copies, the Wes Audio, because the old stuff, it tends to be more sort of unreliable and a bit noisy sometimes. But these, amazing, but it's all outward. The signal comes from here, goes through these, and back into the console again. So, oh shit, I've turned it off. So these are the original style of ADR compressors that we use on When the Levy Breaks. You know, when the levy breaks, the drum sound, well, Andy Jones used these, not these particular ones, but this type of compressor on that drum sound. Right, and anyway, but I'm not going to go through all the stuff, but it's all outward. Let's go back to the guitar rig. So, the reverbs. We talked about the reverb.
What you doing
Talked
now?
about the Echoplex, the tape echo over there, which I use.
Yeah.
But this is a bit of a revelation because this is a Fryette
I did that one.
power station.
Okay.
All right.
Go on.
I think you did the reverb before, darling.
No, I did both.
All right. Well, this Fryette power station, what this does, it tames the volume from the amp, and it's like a power soak. So it takes you can put the amp at any volume you want. You can reduce the volume in the room with this, but it's the best sounding one on the market because it doesn't just reduce the volume using a power soak. If you know anything about them, they sound like shit, right? This has a valve amp at the back end of it, so it reduces the power, then amplifies it to the volume you want using this very power amp. It's got two 6550 tubes in it, which tubes, that's the American 6550. Valves are KT88s, like in your amp, darling.
Yep.
Same there. Right, okay, so guitars, very quickly. Tonight I was using this. This is my wedding present from my wife, Gretch, Nashville. This is a Japanese made one. So it says Horishi, but it sounds fantastic, and it's got flat wound strings on it. And flat wound strings, nobody uses flat wound strings because people say they sound like shit, but for this guitar it sounds fantastic. It's very, it's got some sort of earthiness to it. It sounds a bit Dwayne Eddy, it's that sort of thing. But I use flat wounds on this, it sounds really good. I was using it on Moment Away. That's my featured guitar tonight. I think the rest of them you've seen if you watch the other rig rundowns. But yeah, so that's it tonight. We didn't use a drum machine or anything. New in-ear monitors, I think we talked about those. These are ACS in-ear monitors. You don't use them like this, you have to stick them in your ears, of course. They wouldn't work very well like this, but there we are. So, and that's it. So, if you've got any questions, please go below, put some comments in, ask me questions, and I shall do a question and answer thing on Facebook if you are interested. So that's it. So that's tonight, stream 15 and Brig Rundown. Thank you very much for watching.